cubes. I recently made a huge order from Cube shop, and I got a lot of things. And I don't have scissors on me, so this might be a little bit difficult. First of all, probably the reason you clicked on this video, the 9x9. Currently, the biggest cube that I have is this 7x7. I put this cool super flip pattern on it, and I wanted to get a 9x9. Kind of skipped 8x8. This is the MoFang JiaoShi Meilong 9x9. Got from Cube shop, and it was a good price, especially compared to the other 9x9s. Finally. Okay, this can go over there for now. It's fine. The most satisfying part of any unboxing, coming out of the plastic. Well, that's out of the way. And whoa, this is big. That is a lot of layers. This is probably the most I've ever seen in person. Okay, the layers turn pretty well. Takes a little bit of force, but that's what you'd expect from like a cheap 9x9. It's still good for a 9x9, and also it's not like you're gonna go speed solving this. It's not even an official event. So let's see if I can make some pixel art. The logo is so tiny. Alright, some pixel art. What should I make? Ooh, I know. One of my favorite pixel art things to do is making something that will become very apparent soon. So I should do this. So if you didn't know, or don't know what I'm doing right now, okay, did I mess that up? No. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm doing right now, oh yeah, I did mess that up. Oh no. It's pixel art where you can really easily swap around the centers, and you can just make pixel art out of the little grid in the middle, because there's like a little 7x7 grid. Kinda can't really do the perimeter there. And no, I don't think that I messed this up, so I'll just undo it and then redo it, because I think I was about to mess it up. I did something wrong on the second step. I'm just gonna actually stay away from the pixel art. That is just an accident waiting to happen. I don't want to accidentally scramble this. So now I'm going to make the pattern I did on the 7x7. It's basically just the super flip pattern, and what that looks like on a 3x3 is every single edge is just flipped. That's the only thing that changes. So you would do it like it's a 3x3, because you only turn these outer layers, then it's like a 3x3. And you do it by doing M prime, U prime 4 times. You can tell the 4th time because it'll flip those two and these two. And then you do X, Y, and then you do it again for a 2nd time. And it takes a long time, and this is going to take a lot longer than I expected. Did I do that? Yep. And now a 3rd time. I think I may have messed this up. Hold on. Okay, so I found out what I did wrong. I was trying to say the notation for rotations, not turns, out loud, and that messed me up. I don't think it's... I did XY, but it's not. It's actually YX, and there's a difference. So it's like the center you were facing in the front. You're just going to turn like that, so now it's on top. And now the center you're facing is the one that was on the right. So it's YX then, I think. It's a little bit complicated. And now that is the first layer for that complete. But there's another way you can represent it as a 3x3. Instead of just one layer being the outer layers, it's 2. And now the centers are 2 in diameter shorter. And oops, it works exactly the same. And now you're going to do that same pattern again. We're now only turning the inner 5 layers instead of 7. And now it's the top 2 layers instead of 1. And this is going to take a long time. So that's what it looks like when you do it the first time. Now I have to repeat 2 more times, and then for the next layer, keep on going. And that's what it looks like after you do it twice. Now a 3rd time. And then the 4th will, I think, be the final time. So now instead of 5, it's only the middle 3. And I turn the outer 3. Oh boy. And now the final time. I really hope I do not mess this up. And now the very final last algorithm. Or sequence. And just one more time. Last move, and align it. It is done. Doesn't that look cool? It's a lot more clear what the pattern is than it was on the 7x7. This one, wow. This one feels so fast now. And I'll tell you, after working with this, from like a normal 3x3, this is not a fast cube. Because it's big, and it looks so small. Whereas this is so big and doesn't turn quite as well because, well, it's a lot bigger. And whoa, that was difficult. And this, any cube where the n by n, so there's 9 by 9, where the n is divisible by 3, can actually be used as a 3x3 quite evenly. So this one cannot be done evenly. You would have to adjust to the outer, and then the centers are 5 long, which isn't all that even. But on a 6x6, for example, every single piece is 2x2x2, so it's very simple. On this one, all the pieces are 3x3x3. And there's no exceptions. It's not like the centers are much bigger or the edges are much longer. It's just 3, and all of them are 3. However, I kind of should have done a scramble, like 3x3, before I do this pattern, because I don't want to go through the effort of having to undo this, because that took a while. Now we move on to the 4x4. Well, this is my old 4x4. Where did it go? I really have to stop throwing the things off my desk when I'm done recording with it. Or before I'm done recording with it. How am I gonna... I didn't bring scissors. Okay, I have a pen. This isn't gonna help. I just said I was gonna stop doing that. Okay. Okay, I finally got that little bit off after just going like that for a minute. Yeah, this is so satisfying. Peeling off the plastic. Oh wait, it's in like... So this is the MGC 4x4 magnetic. And I got the stickerless version. It doesn't even come in a stickered version. I don't remember. Ta-da! Well, this case is very similar to the MGC 2x2. I like it. Little accessories box. I'll check that out later. This thing all came me for the 4x4. So the reason I got a new 4x4 is because this is a big cube, but it looks so tiny after dealing with the 9x9. This is what big cubes do to you. It's so small. Oh yeah, actually compare the size. Yeah, they're about the same size, which is good because my hands are very small and I would like to do finger tricks like push you. So the reason I'm getting a new one is because I wouldn't say I over-lubed it, I just lubed it, and now it's a bit slower than I'd like. And I don't want to put in more lube, because I know from extensive experience that would over-lube it by this point. Same with the screws, I don't think that would help much. It's kind of like a little... It's hard to explain, but the feeling between the pieces, it slows down the cube a bit. Maybe it's like the core is slowed down. I don't know. I want a faster one. On 4x4, I'm not... Considering how good I am at 3x3, I'm really bad at 4x4 compared to other people who are good at 3x3. I'm like the exception to the better you are at 3x3, the better you are at 4x4. I average like a minute 45-ish, a little higher on 4x4. Which isn't that good because on 3x3 I was like 15 to 16 seconds. Ooh, this is interesting. My fingers are also a little bit cold, so it might not be the best comparison. I think that the layers, I mean, I've adjusted this one so much. I think it was like the Moyu one, but it's way different than the out of the box fit would be. So yeah, I think that this one is slightly bigger, but I can still do my finger tricks on it. And I like this one better already. Not only does the outside look, you know, glossier and feel a lot better, it has better grip. I do actually like the bigger as well. But I also just like the feeling. You might be able to tell by the way it sounds. It's a little bit clicky-clacky due to the magnets. And it slides pretty well. Some good friction in there, which sounds nice. And now I'm going to do a time solve. Keep in mind on 4x4 I was like 145 to 150. I'll put that on the side for now. Move that over there. And of course, you have to have the cover. Okay, now this is probably going to be a little bit slower because I have to look, oh whoops, I have to look around the camera. So let's see. Uh, 4x4 is also very luck dependent. What happened? No, I ruined something that I already had. That is not good. Very not good. So this is supposed to be red. This is orange. Turn. It's definitely something to get used to. I'm definitely not used to this turning style. Or having to look around the camera to solve a cube. So currently I'm in the edge pairing stage. And I'm not exactly doing my best. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, edge pairing is indeed done, hopefully. Oh, the 3x3 stage turns so well. Parity. At least I didn't get OLL parity. Yes. That is a good time. On this one, the 3x3 stage is not as smooth. It doesn't feel right. It's a bit slower. This, it's a lot better. I think on this one, I have to turn a little bit more forcefully than the way I set up the other one, but I think that overall it's a bit better. I'm butchering these A-perms right now. Okay, let's try V-perm. Okay, that was good. And also like the logo. That looks nice. A little speck there. But that's not their fault. Okay, that is the 4x4. I think overall this is very good. Now we move on to the accessories box. Alright, let's see what's in here. What is this? Is this a screwdriver? Since when do we use these things? It's always been those little hexagonal blue things. It's magnetic. It fits in there better. Oh, another thing I really love is the shape of the pieces, like how the center pieces are more curved toward the corner. So this would loosen it up a bit. I think I'm going to loosen it. Oh, but this is way better because now it's better to visualize how much you've turned it by. So I'm going to loosen all these centers by a quarter twist. let's see, where's this one? Right there. Quarter twist. Hopefully I don't accidentally redo one I've already done, because that would be a bit much. That was hopefully a quarter. I think I already did green. I'm gonna move on to yellow. There you go. There's actually a way better screwdriver than the other ones. Why don't we start using this? This is better. And a bunch of screws, springs, and no screws, just springs and magnets to adjust the inside. And now that's loosened, I think it's better loosened. Now we are going to do a 2x2 solve on it, because if you just turn these layers, it's like a 2x2. On 2x2 I average about 5 or 6 seconds, but of course this is a 4x4, so it would be bad anyways. Just for the fun. This is an absolutely terrible scramble. Yellow isn't that bad though. Yeah, I am color neutral on 2x2, but oh, I messed that up. But not on 3x3. I got a PLL strip at least. 10 seconds. Don't really have a sound because I don't normally time myself doing 2x2, but with 4x4. Now we are going to move on to probably one of the most controversial events in the whole of WCA. Clock. A lot of cubers hate clock, and I did until I tried it, and then I realized it was fun, and then I could actually finally make an unbiased opinion on it. So this is my old clock. I'm actually going to be competing in a competition soon, and I would actually be incredibly surprised if they even allowed me to compete with this, because this clock, it works, you just have to be careful, and that definitely stunts your times, because it's not good. There's probably, I've heard good things about this clock. It's probably the only good one out there, even though I haven't tried it yet. Because you see, with this one has magnetic pins, this one does not. The pins can easily get stuck halfway through. If you don't know how a clock works, you turn these 4 dials, and that affects all these different clocks. You have to get them all facing the same direction. You'll notice that one is off. Because you see here, the pins, whether or not they're up or down, affects what these dials turn. So if it's down, it'll turn all the corners. If it's up, it'll turn just that thing around it. Or the up pins turn together, and the down corners turn together. However, when it's stuck in between, it just turns by itself, even if there are other down pins that should turn with it. And that's what has happened here, actually. And this cube is a nightmare. I just realized I said cube. This is not a cube. Pins are absolutely terrible. And you have to turn very forcefully, so I'm going to move on to this clock and see how I do. I don't think I've actually done a timed clock solve. I just do it for fun. I'm going to need help. Oh, wait a minute. Come on. Just open up. Ooh, I have an idea. I think that made a hole in the plastic. Not a useful one. Finally, there you go. Screwdriver is really helpful. I'll pick that up later. I don't really like cases that are like this. We have to shake it to get it down. It even looks so much better. Oh, that's so satisfying. What's in here? Bunch of useless things that have no meaning. Oh, and also the instructions. I already know how to solve it. I didn't even look up a tutorial. That's how easy this clock is. I bet that if you tried the clock yourself... Ooh, nice stand. If you try this yourself... That gets flung into the abyss. If you try this yourself, you will figure out how to do it on your own in like 5 minutes. It is so easy. I really like that stand. Very nice. So I think that the WCA recently changed the rules I like the black and the white instead of the blue and the dark blue. It's a lot better. And the rules now state that when you're competing, you can't actually change the position of the clocks during inspection, which is pretty good. The dials turn so much better. This is such a better clock. I love these pins. The magnetic thing is so satisfying. I could do this all day. Just turn randomly. I can't really, you see, the trouble is with scrambling the other clock is I don't really know clock notation, so I can't really just use a thing to scramble it, so I just have to do random moves. That's difficult, because if I just do random forcefulness like I'm doing right now, I will definitely run to the case with the midway pin. Whereas here, I probably won't. So now I'm going to put this in, there it is. Doesn't really fit well. I think that competitions, they have their own specific stands. Okay. Alright, so just, I guess, reset the pins like that. Whoops. And inspection. Keeps on falling over. Okay. Let's see. I'm hoping to get a 30-second or better on this. Why won't they line up with it? There we go. On this side, only working with up pins. Match that up. Now, still only working with up pins. Match it to the corners. Okay, I've already passed my goal of 30 seconds. And that's the cutoff in the competition I'm going to. So hopefully, yep. Hopefully I can get a better time than that. With enough practice though, I'm sure I'll get it. All good. Let me do another solve, just because this is so much fun. Now, I understand a lot of cubers hate clock, and I think that the main reason why is that it's only in the WCA because it's made by Rubik's. It is nothing like a twisty puzzle. Like, it's not even a cube shape. And to that I say, well, Megaminx isn't even in cube shape either. Well, I guess Megaminx is similar in a lot of other ways, how it's like colors and it's a twisty puzzle. Well, colors don't really matter in like blind events. I mean, they do during like figuring out where they go, but not to figure out how you, while you're solving it. I don't know, just clock is good enough to be in the WCA. It's fun. It has like the same qualities of being like spectator friendly and things like that. So I think I'm gonna do this. Why didn't that, oh, that other pin was up and I didn't even realize. Okay. Yep, 34 seconds, much better time. And that's the clock. It's absolutely amazing, really good for the price. There's not really a better clock out there, really. Or at least I don't think so. I think there's other clocks, not just these two, of course. But I think that without magnetic pins, you just need the magnetic pins. Otherwise, it's not that great. And I finally have a really good clock. And now, Square-1. Well, this isn't the one. I, of course, haven't already unboxed it. I'll just put that to the side for now. Hopefully my little tower of cubes to the side isn't going to fall over. Probably will. And the reason I'm getting a new Square-1 is because although I really like this one and it's really good, there's a lot of friction. You have to use a lot of force, and it also falls apart. You can really easily take off the pieces, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just I took off all of the pieces for fun, put them back on. But what I didn't realize is that when you do that, it makes it way easier for them to fall off naturally. For example, this blue tie here on this corner, it does that. if you push up a bit on it while in the middle of an algorithm, not great. Also, this green piece got lost under the car seat. Now I have to go find those pieces. Okay, finally found that piece. And this Square-1, I use a really beginner method. And I think I average just under 3 minutes or something. So I'm going to do another quick solve on the Square-1. Then I'm going to move on to the much better one. The funny thing about Square-1 is whenever I just bring this around, and I mean on Cuber, and I want to give it to them to scramble, I have to give them a tutorial on how to scramble it, because it's very counterintuitive. If you don't know how Square-1 works, there are these top and bottom layers that can turn freely, and this right layer can only turn 180 degrees. If you turn it 90, it doesn't work and it gets locked up. You can't do any other turns. And you have to have a perfect line going through here in order to make that slice, is what that right move is called. If you don't, for example, these corners, which are twice as big as the edges, lock up because it can't pass through there. It's not split in two. That would be the square 2, which is actually a puzzle, where these corners are actually 2 edges, kind of. I don't have one, but it looks like it's way easier, and, okay. Already got it basically back in the cube shape. There. Just keep scrambling. Don't accidentally unscramble it. Okay, that's probably... Okay, it's so unscrambled again. How do I... That's it. I'm getting up. I'm gonna bring up here a scrambler thing. A Square-1 scrambler. I've never even done Square-1 on CS Timer. Okay, let's see. New Square-1. Perfect. Okay. Wait, now I have to solve it again to bring it back in the stage where I can actually scramble it. This can take a little bit. Almost done. Just one more algorithm. And... did I mess that up? Yes, I did. I very much did. Oh no, I just did something and then undid it. Okay, now. For real this time, last algorithm. Okay, now I've solved it. See, this is why I'm getting a new one. So now I can scramble it again, and that is a lot of moves. Hopefully I know how to read Square-1 notation correctly. So it should be last move, put it under the cover. I just scrambled it, and now this isn't even the one I'm doing a review for or unboxing. This is just to set the stage. Okay, hopefully I remember how to solve this. Yeah, I remember how to solve this. And that's that done. Oh no, I got that case. That's not a good case. Don't like when that happens. Okay, and oh no, I got another really bad case. Why? Okay, that's a bit better. But still not that great. Putting that in the back. Okay, almost done. And of course I get unlucky again. So I need to place those two. So this is the stage where I have to turn it into a cube shape. And just one last algorithm. Well, Definitely nowhere near the last, but last for this step. And now it's in cube shape again. Only 100 seconds in. Oh dear, this is going to be a lot longer than what I normally do. This isn't going to be a great case. Gonna have to deal with this. That's not how to do it. It's now it's falling apart on me. Hopefully the new one won't fall apart on me. Okay, is this a real case you can get? Yes, it's an R-perm. Is this? Yes, it's an N-perm. It's very good. Don't have parity. I don't need to do that yet. I just want to. Sexy move. Y. Okay. Got that. That's good. Do the algorithm one more time, and then I should be on the last step. Yes, good, I'm on the last step. This is nowhere near my other Square-1 times that are much better. It's so much worse. I've already passed the 3-minute mark. Okay, this is not the last algorithm because I messed up that last one. Wait, no, I do have parity? Yeah. This is not fun. It goes like this. Okay. If you don't know how parity works on Square-1, it's basically you get a case that you normally can't really solve, so you have to do this super long annoying algorithm. But luckily, I know a much more intuitive way of doing the algorithm, and it's much shorter. Much more easy to memorize. And now I'm gonna have to redo that last step. Right, because now both these cases are impossible. Yep, this is taking so long. It normally doesn't take me anywhere near this amount of time to do this. Okay, just one last thingy here. Okay, I'm getting close. Of course I get the annoying case. Almost done. We're 5 minutes in. Well, a little under actually. Almost at 5 minutes. This is taking way too long. Okay, I was doing this initially to just set the stage for about how long it takes me to solve this Square-1, but it ended up backfiring because it's not how long it only takes me to solve this Square-1. 5 minutes and 17 seconds. I'm ashamed of myself. Okay, where is the other one? Here it is. More packaging. This packaging is almost exactly like the 4x4. So this is, let me check. I have to input my previous time to get a new scramble. So it was at 317 seconds. Absolutely terrible. And this is the YJMGC Square-1. It's fully magnetic. So it should be really good. Hopefully. Oh, a little hole over there. Can work with that. I'll clean that up later. And what is this? Let's see. And of course, more gravity-based packaging. That was very loud. Well, that just it's stuck. There we go. No idea who that is. another one of those screwdrivers, and oh, it is... Oh yeah, it's the black pieces, if you want to replace the yellow with the black. I think I'll actually do that. Tutorial, hopefully that's better than the tutorial that came with this one. You know, tutorials that come with cubes are always so bad. There's such an unnecessarily large amount of algorithms. Complicated, hard to understand. Just look up a good tutorial. This packaging is supposed to be satisfying. I got the tape. When tape gets in like a little thin line like this, it's always so annoying. There we go. It's always so satisfying to bring the cube out of that. Oh, this is so much better. This is absolutely awesome. Oh, whoops. And there we go, I fixed it. This is so awesome, I love this. It is so smooth, it's magnetic so you don't overshoot, and it is fast. Once again, I really like the MGC logo. And it sounds nice there, although you can hear the springs. The springs are a little bit annoying, but kind of get used to tuning that out. I'll just set this aside for now. So let's see how to replace it with black pieces. I think you like push up and oh, that happened. Okay, so take this out. I have not done this before. I've taken apart the other one, so I kind of know how to take these apart. It's kind of simple. And let's put that back in there. Find a corner. And let's see. Why don't you go in there? Just gotta press down a bit harder. There we go. Now it looks a little bit weird, like a rotted fruit. And gotta figure out how to do this without damaging it. Ta-da! So this is very different from the other one, where in this one all those pieces are attached. In my other one, they're not attached. They just fly out all over the place. Lose them everywhere. Under the desk, under the car seat. I just realized I just skipped one of the edges. Okay, let's see. I'll check back in when I finished all of this, or something interesting happens, like it all explodes and breaks. Okay, so I'm on the last pieces. The last 3 pieces. And one thing I noticed about changing this is you have to use a little bit of force to push that in, and you have to be really careful. You have to really do an upwards force to pop it out. But overall, it's actually really easy. And I think that does look a lot better. Let's just move all those to the side. And this cube is so amazing. It's gonna take me a bit to get used to this because I'm used to turning a lot more with more force, and that'll make me overshoot. Yeah, the spring noise really is something though. Now I'm going to do a time solved on this one. But of course it's gonna be better than the last one because on the last one I messed up so badly. Anyway, let's try and turn it like this. Alright, so... Oh wait, no. Don't do random turns. I have to follow the thing that it's telling me to do. Alrighty, scrambling this, it is much easier to scramble with the whole magnetic thing. And the corner cutting, corner cutting on Square-1, I feel like I would rather have bad corner cutting on a Square-1, because if it's really good and I accidentally like overshoot, then it can just clip that onto, especially with these small edges. Not small specific to this one, they're small all around. But if I accidentally like turn a little, like if I'm going for here and I accidentally go like that, I don't want it to clip onto a different thing. Wait, where was I? Did I just mess this up? I may have messed up that scramble, but I don't think so. I think I'm all fine. Okay, let's see. What am I going to do here? What the luck? What the actual luck? That is so insanely lucky. This is going to be a really good solve. Not just because it's a good cube. Look, it's already in cube shape. It took me like no time at all. Well, technically it did. Just a very short amount of time. And what am I doing wrong? I did something wrong here. I did something wrong. There we go. That cost me quite a bit of time, I'm sure. Okay, is this a real case? Oh, it's so much better without the green piece missing. That's not a real case, and that's not a real case, so I don't have any parity. That's good to know. But I also don't have any headlights. On the bottom, that is. Now I do. Section move the up there. And this is the final bit. Those two need to swap, and those two need to swap. And now the final little algorithm bit. No, why? Not a +2. Very good. For me, that is. Got a sub 2. I think that's my first sub 2. That just goes to show how lucky it is and how better it is. Like, on that final algorithm, on this one, you have to be so forceful. And also on this one, when you get the thing where you have to swap it like that, the middle slice, on this one, you just zoom right by it, and it's so easy. It is so easy, but on this one, you have to like stretch your fingers really far, have to be incredibly forceful, but also not so forceful that that happens. And this cube made me realize how terrible this Square-1 really is. Well, I'm sure this one is better for its price. They're both really good for the price, it's just that this one is better. Here, let's see. I think I can do... I know how to do an algorithm on this. I know how to do a couple that replicate 3x3. But there's this one particular that makes a J-perm. Except it's not... It's made very differently than how a normal J-perm is made on 3x3. You have to do this really long algorithm that does an N-perm on top, J-perm on the bottom, do it again but line up differently. And now it's solved. So, this has been a long video. You have the Square-1, the 9x9, best clock ever, and the 4x4. So, in conclusion, overall, that works. So this is 9x9. I'm sure there are better ones out there, but this was at a really good price, especially for what it is. And it doesn't turn great, but it's still really good for 9x9 and for the price. And this is amazing, looks really cool. And if this video gets 3 likes, then I'm going to scramble this and solve it in one of my next videos. And this Square-1 is absolutely amazing. Actually, let's do a size comparison. Yeah, I think it's a millimeter smaller, which I can definitely feel. And it turns so smoothly and amazingly. I love it so much. This is like so awesome. Okay, well, I can't just leave it scrambled. And it'll take too long to solve. And this clock is absolutely amazing. It's probably one of the best ones out there. I have a hard time believing that it's not, because of just how good it is, especially with the magnetic pins. When you compare any clock to the old one I had, I'm just going to say amazing stuff about it, because anything is better than the other one. And this 4x4, I love this 4x4, especially like I said, the 3x3 stage is really good. It's really good on that. There is quite a bit of friction, but it's fine. You can just loosen the screws a bit if you want. And it is pretty good. And I also really like the glossiness, adds extra grip. And the MGC logo, of course, like the last one. I really like that logo. Well, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!